Hello, y'all. So I decided to do a little reel outside here today since it's kind of cloudy. The temperature feels really nice and it's just really windy. But as promised, I thought I'd come out here since it's kind of a cloudy day. And I'm a bit of a chicken to do it at night. But I thought I would tell y'all one of the scariest things that's happened to me before. So, once was when I was really little, and we lived in West Helena, and it was an older neighborhood, kind of older homes, but I was in my room. I was probably about 7, I would say, and so I was just playing with my Barbie dolls and that, and the closet door started moving on its own. It never opened, thankfully, but I got so scared and my eyes were probably that big. And I remember running out of my room, hollering and telling my mom that something had moved my doorknob and it was moving on its own. And she just told me, kids are overlooked and everything, so she's like, oh, it's just your imagination, or it's an older house and it's just the house settling. Okay, how does a house settling have to do with the doorknob of my closet moving on its own, So there's like kind of weird things that would happen a lot in that house and things that I kind of experienced and felt or heard or saw. So then we moved to Rogers, Arkansas. And once Mom and Dad had this house built over in this little subdivision they were building in an older part of Rogers, but they were building this subdivision over there near Tyson's. Oh, excuse me, guys, my hair's kind of blowing everywhere while I'm trying to talk to y'all. So, but anyway, it used to be just a field. I mean, it was woods and a field, and there was nothing there. And it's the older part of Rogers, which has its own little bit of supernatural and haunting stuff anyway, because it's just an older area. But anyway, so I was experiencing things going on in my bedroom a lot, though my brother says it was happening to him too. So I would feel like something like touching my feet, even though my feet were like underneath the sheet and the comforter and blankets or whatever. I could feel something like touching my feet or like tapping my feet, and that was creepy in itself. That just makes your blood run cold. Well, one night I heard like a whispering. I couldn't make out what was being said, but it was just like I knew something was there. I felt like something was watching me and I could hear it. And it knew I could hear it. And my back was facing the closet and it was all open right there. And in my face, I was facing like the wall because my bed was against the wall. So my cover actually lifted and I felt like what felt like a cold hand run up my leg. And I'm telling you right now, I jumped up out of that bed. My heart was racing. I was freaked out. And so I immediately turned on my closet light, my bedroom light, and I eventually turned off my bedroom light and just left the closet light on. And so at that point, whatever it was, I don't know, it left me alone the rest of the night. I think I eventually, and I say this lightly, eventually fell back to sleep because I was up for a while. It scared me so bad. And I would have little things like that happen all the time. And my cat that I had at the time, her name was Pepper, she would go in my room during the day, but as soon as it got dark and it was nighttime, that cat did not want to be in my room at all. So I do believe there was something to that, and that there was like some kind of spirits or things that were going on around that area. And my mom, she didn't believe me at first and just thought it was an overactive imagination, watching scary movies, whatnot, and just But I've always, since I was little, I could see and hear things that others couldn't, you know. It's just one thing, and it may be because I'm empathic, I don't know, but they may be attracted to me somehow. But when I moved out, and you know, my parents decided they were going to sleep separately because of snoring or moving around or whatever in their sleep, my mom moved into my old bedroom. And then she sat me down and said, I want to apologize to you because some weird things have been happening to me in that room too. And she said, I've had to sleep with my lamp on my little night table. And I said, I told you, I told you, I told you. But like, then we got to talking about it, and she would tell me, you know, kind of what was going on in there. And I would tell her, hey, yeah, that happened when I was in that room. And so then my brother came forward too and was like, well, there were things going on in my room too. So it was just like, it was really crazy. But I don't want to make this too long because it's supposed to be a reel. So hopefully this works. And I will have to bring y'all some more of scary things that's happened to me or scary things I've heard about on some other reels. But I'm going to try this out and post it on our Talking Paranormal page. Well, y'all have a great afternoon and stay spooky. Later.